Now, counting is underway in Mali after the country went to polls on Sunday. The election had 24 candidates vying for the presidency, but many have seen it as an election to determine whether President Ibrahim Boubacar Keita will win a second five-year term. Soumaila Cisse, a former finance minister and leader of the largest opposition party, the Union for the Republic and Democracy, is considered President Keita's strongest rival. Cisse is vying for the presidency for a third time.
The European Union has reported no major incidents in the crucial Malian presidential poll. The mission deployed nearly 80 observers throughout the country, covering 44 polling stations from north to south. By midday, the voter turnout was still unclear. What emerged from this first phase was that almost 70% of the 44 polling stations observed opened on time out of the 30% that opened late. They opened between 5 and 30 minutes late. Overall, I have to say that the opening phase is taking place in a calm atmosphere. The coalition of observers from the Malian civil society, COSEM, sent nearly 1,000 observers, including 100 mobile observers, to review the conduct of the elections. Observers point out some security concerns in the north. In the Timbuktu region, a circle of 17 stations was swept away on the night of the 28th to the 29th of July. The offices of the 4 centers of the circle in question could not open in the circle of Nianfouké, commune of Dianke. The individuals ransacked the polling stations and took material. In Douaza, 3 voting centers were destroyed by assailants, and the polling station was destroyed. More than 8 million Malians registered to vote. In the 2013 election, the participation rate was over 30%.
Serge Kofi is a journalist in Mali covering the crucial election. Hello, Serge.
Bonjour, Barbara. Bonjour, Jerry.
Bonjour, Serge.
Malians voted yesterday for their future president. The counting is in progress. What was the outcome of this poll?
It was
a day that started well after some errors at the small start in the city of Bamako. We crisscrossed the capital and we could see that the polling stations closed at the scheduled time, that is 6 p.m. Universal Time. We witnessed the counting of some polling stations, an important operation which was carried out in the presence of delegates of political parties, which left room for the compilation of votes. Yesterday, until late at night, national level. So far, no trend in the participation rate. Throughout the day, we saw a relative influx. Malians have shown relative interest in these elections.
Les Maliens ont montré un intérêt relatif en ce qui concerne ce scrutin.
In Bamako, the voting went well, but there have been some incidents within the country.
Oui, tout à fait, Barbara.
Yes, Barbara, there have been several incidents in the central and northern part of the country that represent almost 87% of the electorate. According to the coalition, which deployed 1,000 observers on ground in Timbuktu region, 17 ballot boxes were taken during the night from Saturday to Sunday. As a result, the offices of 4 centers could not open. In central Mali, especially in Gao region, area of at risk, no incidents were reported. In the Raros, that's about 100 kilometers from Timbuktu, threats at the election stopped and the voters of the commune were therefore unable to fulfill their duty as citizens. Last question, Serge. When will we have the first results? According to the electoral law, the provisional result must be proclaimed within 5 days after the date of the poll, which is August 3, which is the deadline. And if the candidate wins the majority, a second round will take place in August 12. Thank you very much for this information.
Merci à vous. Merci.
Thank you. That was Serge Kofi covering the presidential elections in Mali for Africanews.
Thank you very much, Serge Kofi there in Mali, in Bamako, Mali, bringing us the latest from the elections. And do be informed, please be informed that the results of that election is expected after about 48 hours. We will be bringing you the very latest right here. You are watching the Morning Call here on Africanews, and on our website you can catch up on all of the stories that we are bringing to you. The website, again, address is www.africanews.com, at africanews.com. Now, still to come, legendary fella Anikulapo Kuti is reputed for the creation of the signature Afrobeat music genre. Today, there are variations of that sound mixed with Western hip-hop and pop music, and also being described as Afrobeat. But some Nigerian artists is fusing the vibrations of the Nigerian Afrobeat to that of other African rhythms. And how does that sound? We find out this and more when we return after the break. Stay with us.